You ever been there, staring at the ceiling, wide awake in the middle of the night, and your brain just won't shut off? Well, that feeling, it's not just random chaos. It actually has a structure, a kind of design, almost like an architect's blueprint. So together, let's map out the architecture of midnight anxiety.
Yeah, if your thoughts just love to go into hyperdrive right when you're supposed to be sleeping, you are in the right place. We're going to take that feeling, that nagging dread that we all know, and we're going to break it down, piece by piece. And our deconstruction, well, it starts with the environment itself.
Right. So every building needs a foundation, a place to start. And for this kind of anxiety, the whole thing begins with the physical space you're in. It all kicks off in the one place you're trying to find some peace and quiet.
I mean, think about it. This is your bedroom. It's supposed to be your sanctuary, right? The safest, most familiar place you can be. But in the dead of night, when all the noise and distractions of the day are gone, our focus just snaps inward. And that room, it transforms. It literally becomes the stage for this quiet internal drama. The very same walls that feel protective during the day can suddenly feel like they're closing in.
And then there's the lighting. It's not a bright, harsh light that shows you everything clearly. Nope. It's that soft, kind of hazy moonlight filtering through the window, you know? It gives everything these muted blue tones. This light doesn't really illuminate things, it just paints everything in this somber, almost dreamlike color, creating a vibe that's somehow both calm and really unsettling at the same time. And check out the movement here. It's fascinating. You see these tiny dust particles just floating so gently in that moonlight. It's actually a pretty peaceful image. But then you look at the shadows. They aren't still. It feels like they're crawling, creeping slowly up the walls. And that right there, that introduces this little undercurrent of unease into what should be a super calm scene.
Okay, so the stage is set. Now, let's talk about the main characters in this play. Your own thoughts. We're shifting from the room around you to the landscape inside your head.
Wow, this is such a perfect way to put it. Your thoughts at 3 a.m. aren't these neat, tidy things, are they? They're abstract, they're glowing, and just formless. They kind of materialize out of nowhere, just like smoke. You can't grab onto them, you can't really hold them, but man, they can totally fill up all the space in your mind. And it's not just a random fog of thoughts either. There's a real process to it, almost like a machine. First, one thought just drifts up. But before you can even deal with that one, another one pops up, right on top of it, overlapping. And then bam, before you even realize what's happening, you're trapped. The thoughts just start looping, playing the same old tapes, the same worries, the same embarrassing memories, the same fears, over and over again. This right here, this is the engine of overthinking. So we've got the unsettling room and the looping thoughts. But there's one more piece to this puzzle, and it's a big one. It's the thing that adds all the pressure, the ingredient that really fuels the whole experience, that constant nagging awareness of time. This. We all know this number, that glowing red or blue digit just staring at you from the bedside table. It's not just telling you the time, is it? It feels like it's judging you. It's this stark, digital slap in the face, reminding you just how late it is, how much precious sleep you're losing, and how so far away morning still feels. You're just stuck right in the dead of night. And this gets at a really weird contradiction, doesn't it? The night feels like it's stretching on forever, like you'll be trapped in this one moment for all of eternity. And yet, you look over, and those numbers on the clock are just flying by, ticking forward with this terrifying speed. Every single minute that passes is another minute of rest you've lost, which just cranks up the pressure and the panic. Time basically becomes the villain of the story. All right, so let's put all the pieces together. We have the room, we have the thoughts, and we have the clock. When you mix all those ingredients, what you get is this really specific and kind of paradoxical feeling. It's an atmosphere that's full of contradiction. And this is really the heart of the whole experience. On the surface, everything is dead quiet. The house is silent, the world is asleep. There's this deep sense of calm. But just beneath that stillness, there's this powerful, vibrating current of anxiety. It's like a silent storm just raging inside you. And here you can see the two sides laid out crystal clear. On the calm side, you've got the soft blue light, the gentle floating dust. But on the tense side, you've got those creepy, crawling shadows, that clock ticking way too fast, and those thoughts that just will not quit. The really key thing to get here is that it's the combination of these opposites that creates the unique architecture of midnight anxiety.
So let's just run through that blueprint one more time. It all starts when a place that feels safe, your room, suddenly becomes this unsettling stage. Then your thoughts get all abstract and cyclical and you can't break out of the loop. Time itself becomes the bad guy, piling on the pressure second by second. And the final product? That signature feeling, this quiet but incredibly powerful internal tension.
You know, by understanding the structure, by seeing the blueprint, we can maybe start to see our own late night overthinking not as some personal failing, but as a pattern, something predictable. So the real question here isn't just about this general blueprint. It's about yours. What are the specific pieces for you? The sights, the sounds, the particular thoughts that come together to build the architecture of your anxiety?